Who are the Igbo people, and could their roots stretch back to the ancient Israelites? Is it possible that an African ethnic group shares a profound historical and spiritual connection with one of the world's oldest religions? Brace yourself for an eye-opening journey as we explore compelling traditions, intriguing genetic studies, and ancient oral histories that have fueled this captivating debate. Are the Igbo really a lost tribe of Israel, or is this a tale of cultural parallels and identity? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind one of the most debated mysteries of identity and heritage. Before we delve further, let's address this simple question. Who are the Igbo people, and where do they originate? The Igbo people are one of Nigeria's largest and most prominent ethnic groups, widely recognized for their vibrant culture, ingenuity, and resilience, with roots stretching back thousands of years. Their heritage is deeply embedded in the southeastern part of Nigeria, and they are believed to have descended from the Neneri Kingdom, one of the oldest kingdoms in West Africa, renowned for its advanced socio-political system, spiritual leadership, and democratic practices. Over the centuries, the Igbo have distinguished themselves as skilled traders, farmers, and craftsmen, contributing significantly to the region's economic and cultural development. Known for innovations in metalwork, glassmaking, and a unique banking system, the Igbo exemplify creativity and adaptability. They also stand out for their deep spiritual practices, which often intertwine traditional beliefs with Christianity, creating a distinctive expression of faith. The Christian religion, which gained prominence during colonial times, has been seamlessly blended with their cultural traditions, emphasizing community and reverence for God. Some even connect their identity to ancient Israel, adding another layer of historical and spiritual depth. Today, Igbo leaders, including traditional rulers and cultural custodians, play a vital role in preserving their heritage. By protecting their language, customs, and religious practices while navigating modern challenges, they ensure that the Igbo identity remains strong, a testament to their historical achievements and a beacon for future generations. The belief that the Igbo people are descendants of ancient Israelites is rooted in striking similarities between Igbo traditions and those found in the Torah. Practices such as circumcision on the 8th day, burnt sacrifices, and purification rituals have led many to draw parallels between the Igbo and ancient Jewish customs. Anthropologists like Dr. Daniel Liss have examined these connections, suggesting that they could point to a shared ancient lineage, though some argue that these similarities might have developed independently. Oral traditions among the Igbo often speak of a divine origin, with references to a migration story that bears a resemblance to the biblical Exodus. These narratives, passed down through generations, describe a people who were guided by God and upheld strict cultural laws, similar to those in the Torah. While the association with Jewish identity gained prominence during British colonization, some evidence suggests that the Igbo recognized this connection long before colonial influence. Missionaries and early explorers noted the Igbo's unique customs and their strong sense of divine purpose, which further fueled the idea of an Israelite ancestry. Could the Igbo be one of the lost tribes of Israel? The possibility continues to spark debate, blending historical curiosity with faith, leaving a profound mystery that ties the Igbo's cultural identity to ancient biblical history. Before the arrival of European missionaries, the Igbo people practiced omenana, a traditional religion deeply rooted in their culture and way of life. This belief system shared remarkable parallels with ancient Israelite customs, creating fascinating connections between Igbo traditions and Judaism. One striking similarity is the practice of circumcision on the 8th day, a ritual central to both omenana and Jewish customs. This act symbolizes purification and covenant, echoing the Jewish understanding of divine commitment. Another profound connection lies in the scapegoat ritual, where a goat was symbolically burdened with the community's sins and released or sacrificed, resembling the atonement rituals of ancient Israel. Additionally, some Igbo cultural practices, such as dietary restrictions and sacred observances, align with guidelines in the Torah, suggesting a shared spiritual ethos. In modern times, many Igbo have embraced Christianity while retaining elements of their traditional beliefs. A unique development has been the adoption of Rabbinic Judaism by some, learning Hebrew, celebrating Jewish holidays and observing Torah laws. This blending of Christian and Jewish practices has birthed distinct religious identities, like the Igbo Sabbatarian movement, which harmonizes belief in Jesus with adherence to Jewish customs. These rich traditions and practices reflect the Igbo's spiritual adaptability, their reverence for heritage, and their search for divine truth. Furthermore, the arrival of British colonizers and Christian missionaries in the 19th century marked a turning point in the history of the Igbo people, influencing both their identity and their relationships with other ethnic groups. As the Igbo encountered biblical narratives, many began to see parallels between their own traditions and the stories in the Hebrew Bible, particularly the belief that they were descendants of the ancient Israelites. This recognition of their spiritual heritage not only deepened their connection to Christianity, but also reshaped how they viewed themselves in a broader global context. British missionaries, while welcoming this identification, recognized the potential for both spiritual unity and political challenges. They encouraged the Igbo to embrace biblical teachings, but in doing so, they inadvertently stirred tensions with other ethnic groups who did not share the same view of Israelite descent. Colonial authorities were more skeptical, viewing the Igbo's claim with a mix of intrigue and suspicion, seeing it as both a cultural anomaly and a potential tool for fostering allegiance to British rule. The influence of the Bible has had similar effects on other African tribes, where the spread of Christianity often led to the blending of indigenous beliefs with biblical teachings, creating unique identities rooted in both African traditions and Christian faith. Throughout history, the Igbo people have been subjected to prejudice and negative stereotypes, often being portrayed as domineering or greedy, traits that mirror the anti-Semitic tropes faced by Jewish communities. This harmful narrative deepened during the Nigerian Civil War when the Igbo seceded to form the independent state of Biafra. The secession led to devastating violence, the loss of countless lives, and a brutal genocide, leaving scars that still affect the Igbo identity. The echoes of these prejudices linger today, especially for those who identify as Igbo Jews. In Nigeria, they struggle for recognition and acceptance, often facing rejection from both their fellow countrymen and the broader Jewish community worldwide. The challenge for Igbo Jews is compounded by their desire to be fully recognized as part of the global Jewish family, yet they often feel isolated or unacknowledged by mainstream Jewish authorities. This sense of exclusion and the enduring legacy of persecution have deeply influenced the Igbo's collective identity, shaping their resilience, sense of pride, and determination to preserve their traditions. The secession of Biafra in the late 1960s stemmed from political, ethnic, and economic tensions, leading the Igbo to seek self-determination in response to systemic neglect and marginalization by the Nigerian government. The war, however, only intensified their struggles for identity, belonging, and recognition on the world stage. Globally, the perception of the Igbo's connection to Judaism is a complex blend of curiosity and skepticism. While some Jewish communities see the Igbo's claim to Jewish ancestry with intrigue, others remain more cautious, often demanding formal conversion before offering full recognition. Despite these challenges, there are those who advocate for acknowledging the Igbo's historical ties to the Jewish people, recognizing the cultural and spiritual connections that have shaped their identity over centuries. In Israel, efforts to officially recognize Igbo Jews have been ongoing, though progress is slow, with many seeking to integrate the Igbo into the broader Jewish community. This connection, however, has had a positive impact on strengthening ties between Israel and Nigeria, with both nations finding common ground in shared traditions and historical narratives. The relationship between the Igbo in Nigeria and those who have migrated to Israel has been evolving, as many in Israel welcome the Igbo diaspora, seeing them as a bridge between two ancient cultures. Younger generations of Igbo are increasingly interested in exploring their Jewish roots, engaging with Jewish communities worldwide, and redefining their connection to Judaism. For many, it's not just about religious identity, but a deeper connection to a shared history of perseverance, faith, and survival. The Igbo story offers a rich and complex contribution to the broader understanding of Jewish diaspora communities. Their history challenges traditional notions of what it means to be part of an ancient lineage, presenting a unique perspective on identity that stretches beyond geographical and cultural boundaries. The Igbo's experience teaches us powerful lessons about identity and belonging in our increasingly globalized world. They remind us that identity is not always shaped by external factors, but often by deep, intrinsic connections to culture, faith, and history. The Igbo traditions, with their practices and beliefs, challenge conventional definitions of Judaism and Israelite identity, prompting a reevaluation of what it truly means to be a descendant of Israel. Similar claims of Israelite descent are found across Africa, where other tribes, too, carry customs that bear resemblance to Jewish rituals, further complicating the conversation about authenticity. The ongoing debate over the Igbo's Jewish identity is fueled by these deep cultural ties and the complexities of historical connections, as well as the struggle for recognition. Faith plays a pivotal role in uniting the Igbo and Jewish communities, acting as a bridge that transcends differences and strengthens the bond between two peoples who share resilience, perseverance, and a profound belief in their shared heritage. Beyond oral traditions, there are several pieces of evidence that suggest a possible Igbo-Israelite connection, though many remain debated. Some scholars point to the similarities in Igbo cultural practices, such as circumcision, dietary restrictions, and certain religious rituals, which resemble ancient Israelite customs. The Bible and Talmud do mention Africa, particularly the regions of Kush, often interpreted as modern-day Ethiopia, which has sparked discussions on whether this could include tribes like the Igbo. The rivers of Kush in the Bible could be seen as a symbolic reference to the African peoples who may share ancient ties with the Israelites, hinting at a broader connection. Parallels between the Igbo and Ethiopian Jews, also known as Beta Israel, have been drawn, particularly in their similar practices and beliefs, although each group's journey is unique. Some argue that the Igbo connection to the ancient Israelites could have emerged independently, as part of a shared global mythos, with both cultures developing similar religious practices in isolation. Genetic studies have been conducted, but results have been inconclusive, leaving the connection more in the realm of cultural and historical evidence rather than concrete scientific proof. Anthropologists and historians continue to study the Igbo's claim to Israelite ancestry, with some acknowledging the plausibility of these ancient links, while others remain skeptical, focusing on the complex mix of cultural influence and shared religious practices across Africa. So, are the Igbo truly descendants of ancient Israelites? The answer is far from straightforward, as it intertwines history, tradition, and belief. While there is no definitive proof to conclusively confirm their Israelite descent, the Igbo's rich cultural practices, faith, and unique history undeniably draw striking parallels to ancient Jewish customs. Their journey reflects a deep sense of pride and resilience, whether viewed through the lens of their Jewish identity or as a remarkable people with a heritage of survival and strength. Ultimately, the Igbo's connection to Judaism remains a fascinating story of cultural exchange and spiritual discovery. What do you think about the Igbo-Jewish connection? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories from history and culture. Thanks for watching. May God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video.